We know that Speirs recently worked with Italian luminaire manufacturer Reggiani to produce a new product called Cells. For us, it was one of the standout products at Light and Building.
So Speirs have designed several luminaires in partnership with manufacturers in the past, and today we're having a quick chat with Benz Roos, is that how you say it?
Yes, how do you say it?
A design associate at the practice.
So, hi Benz, hello. Can you tell us a bit about the product, whether it came out of a need for something, or whether it didn't exist, or whether it was inspired by anything in particular, or?
I think it actually came about that kind of the need. We were approached by Reggiani 2 years ago, and whether we want to design a product for them. So it's fine, but what is the product actually based on, and what does it do, and what kind of thing actually we're making. I think based on the previous experience from designing other lighting projects, realize it's really important to find a target. What is it you're going to do? So Mark, a major, just conveniently said, well, let's do a product for social housing.
Yeah.
I think in his mind, I think there were a couple of things. I mean, economically it could make sense that, given the kind of housing market in the UK, is that there's kind of lots, the world will be built a lot more houses in coming time. But also the idea that you actually, those are areas that actually, especially lighting design is a kind of luxury design item, is not, it doesn't go and design lighting for a council estate, and you're not going to go to some sort of, kind of less rich areas in London. They won't get the lighting design
absolutely
you get like in a luxury hotel. So
it's quite clever sort of hole in the market.
Yeah, we thought that all the products are so poorly designed. You think like the contractors buying the cheapest bulkheads possible to put in the corridors of somebody's house, and causing light pollution, causing glare, doesn't illuminate the space well. So so out of that conversation, the idea was growing of how can we make like a simple, essentially bulkhead luminaire.
Yeah. So can you introduce us to this product and tell us some brief technical highlights?
Basically, this is the product. Essentially,
we should probably say it's called Cells.
It's called Cells.
Cells.
Products' names are always really funny though.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think if you look at the original sketches, what we really wanted to do is create something, essentially something simple that answers all the demands and questions from what a bulkhead requires. So, in the sense that yes, it needs to have able to take conduits, it needs to be able to super robust, it needs to be able to have IK 10 rating, it needs to be very IP rated, natural things you expect from a bulkhead luminaire. That should be all in the product. So technically that should be there as a no-brainer. Then I think we looked at some achievements. I mean, if you look in the original presentation, we compared the product with a Lego development. In the 70s there was a Lego, and it was just a police car essentially.
Yeah.
Nowadays kids build entire robots of Lego that they kind of can control. And so we literally asked ourselves the question: what if you take all those technical parameters of the bulkhead luminaire and just apply the same thing? It's like, how would it actually look with LED, and how would it develop? How would it come into something else? Well, maintain that simple character. And so that's what we're setting out to do. So the technical features, I think they are reflecting that vision in terms of you got all the standard bulkhead luminaires, but then on top of that there are the kind of playful elements, all the drivers and stuff you want to see, which is inside, and then there's a series of optics, light distribution, which we thought was really important because that really starts to improve the light quality.
The light, that's what makes it different from everything else out on the market, in that you can.
So essentially, this is probably the most basic luminaire.
Glare
camera for
the camera first.
This is what you might expect from a bulkhead. The diffuse surface. On the back that takes conduits. This is the standard. So what we set out to do is, as improvements, what can we do else with that? So we came up with a whole series of light distribution charts, and then we worked with Reggiani to see how does that reflect in an optic. So I guess the first move is essentially creating the same white distribution with a series of kind of individual LEDs with very wide angle lenses. Immediately give you a completely different character of the light.
Of the light and the light coming out of it as well.
Yeah. So one thing that we were interested in is that idea of creating this almost jewel-like interior of the object, like you see here. There's lots of light reflection and sparkle going on in a kind of, it creates some sort of interest and kind of, it almost becomes like a jewel on this kind of hard metal base. It's very
in the kind of spaces that wouldn't have that kind of sparkle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably would expect a kind of there was a WD compact fluorescent.
A 2D lamp from
2D
it. Old school.
But once with that,
how many variants are there actually?
there are quite a lot,
Yeah.
which is also the downside, I think, because you need to control what the product actually is, because it's easily. I think that what we found ourselves very much, and I think that's also learning from the past, is that lots of luminaire manufacturers, they try to do everything. You know?
Yeah.
You kind of you almost try to create one, like one ring to rule them all.
So you end up doing everything like averagely rather than a few things well.
So we try to kind of close that, which I'm not sure we 100% succeed in that, but what you have essentially is the basic diffuse light.
Yeah.
The sparkly light,
Focused light sort of thing.
And then you have essentially a medium beam.
Yeah.
But then, if you have a medium, you have a narrow, you have a wide, you have all those stuff. And then you have a wall wash optic. But the wall wash optic is very interesting, as you can see this kind of arrangement of optics that are actually pointing out this way and that way, which really give you this idea of creating a rectangular light. And then, what we found really interesting, really got excited about, is actually you have this very simple series of optics in this space, and then you almost can create endless variations.
Can you mix the beams and the wash, or?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. So you can, there's two versions essentially. There's a round one, back plate, round holes.
Yeah.
There's a one with rectangular red holes essentially. So I think there's something that's in development where you really can change the. I mean, there's no reason you can't put this instead.
Yeah.
But I think that becomes a real lighting design tool.
Yeah.
Which we got really excited about, because you could say the first lines, you could have a narrow. The other ones will be
wide,
or like will be like a complete omnidirectional source. So having that, then we start to talk about by market. We start to experiment. So we can put little filters on there, and actually very like you would do with fluorescent light. You would just put some filters on this kind of optics, and it changes the color of the light, and you can combine it. You could have like a yellow then as well, or a red. And I think those, again, is a very simple tool, and suddenly start to build them. And I think if there was any product that we kind of maybe aspire to be, hopefully can be as successful as a simple encapsulate, where you have this very
absolutely. That's a really good analogy.
It's just wrapped, and it's wrapped, and it does loads of things, and for a low cost. And I think what we think Reggiani have done well is that they kind of still have managed to keep the cost low throughout the design process, because we've done previous projects where the costs just went sky high very quickly, and people say, so why is this a premium product, because it's designed by SP major, but then this is the point, and I think what we're proud of is that the sales actually Reggiani managed to keep it in a low.
So you've kept it for the application it's for.
Exactly.
Kept it affordable.
Affordable for social housing.
So he's answered lots of questions already.
This is efficiency now.
It's really good. Looks like we know what we're doing. One of the things that this is a sort of new question, but one of the things when we first discovered you, or saw you on, we found your website about typography and light and how the two were related. And we know that you we found that was one of the best blogs we'd ever seen with all the typography stuff.
It's gone now.
It's gone now. But the cells to me is a really it's a graphic fitting, or when we talked about how we'd use it as a sort of graphical,
to use it quite
as a graphical language almost, with the colours and stuff.
I think that's the other thing. Great, it's good, a very good point you're saying that, because we were saying is, if you imagine this is, I think, 1500 lumens or so. This is a block of 1500 lumen. But if you stick a next block onto it, you have a 3000 lumen next block. So you can start playing with it, and because you're using the standard conduits, it's very easy to connect them and play them. So the original vision had actually, the original presentation had that slide in with showing this kind of I don't know, it's mounted on the
Well,
wall.
yeah, you can really make a real sort of graphical language with the fittings, can't you?
So it was,
and the colours.
it was shown at Light Building in March. How was the reaction there? I mean, we noticed it, so, but how did
I think it was
other
very,
people react?
very positive. I mean, yeah, I think people liked it. People got it. I think, and I think it was great to have some feedback. I mean, we're happy that you showed it because you know, obviously between the thousands and thousands of products, it's always hard to spot one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, very difficult.
So I think I think it got good. It got some good feedback. I think Reggiani been trying it. I think they've shown it in New York as well, and I think they got good feedback as well.
So it's called Cells because obviously all these different departments, but I think it says it's inspired by nature.
It's inspired by nature, engineered by Reggiani, designed by Speirs and Major. I don't know who came up with the tagline, but I think it was Sarah actually. But anyway, she these cells. I mean, I think product names, to be absolutely honest, is always difficult because obviously the manufacturer wants a name they can trademark. That's the reality of things.
Yeah.
You know, so lots of things are gone. You can. We tried loads of Italian names, but the cells that we thought that it refers back to this. One of the reference images we used as inspiration is the eyes of a dragonfly.
Right.
And I think why we used that is that because of, if you see a dragonfly, it has a kind of small head with enormous eyes. So its whole head is determined by its eye. It's optical device.
Yes.
And we were interested to do a similar thing because I think one thing as a practice design, how we look at luminaires is that we always believe that kind of luminaires actually are evolving around the light source itself. Think about gas lights, for example. There's a good example. They kind of the lanterns were originally evolved around candles, street lights, but then some clever guys at South came around and said, actually, we need to turn them around. And they started to make their reflectors, and that luminaire is all based around, how to cool the gas, and then of course you have like reflectors, things growing. So we were wondering, I think always when we design a product is actually what is the shape, how is that relates to the light source.
Yeah.
And so we want this object to be determined by the LED itself rather than some fancy shape and you shop into LEDs.
Yeah.
As you get a very decorative luminaire, which is also nice.
Not right for the application as well as it can't be too decorative.
So, hence the dragonfly is kind of his head is determined by that, and this in a way as well. And I think it's a product that you can say, well, you could put a fluorescent, the two lamp in. You could, but it's not really. I don't think you can't. I don't think you can create this with any other conventional light source. And I think that was so then cells, to come back on that, came from that idea of cellular structure of the eyes and cellular structure of the product.
Okay, so thank you very much. I mean, from our point of view, we've done quite a lot of sort of
social
work with
hands-on and workshops in this
stuff,
sort of
so
arena.
Great.
It's quite nice to find a product that's not completely sort of municipal in design.
Yeah.
And I can see with the range of colours, like all the options for, wayfinding or sort of branding for building.
Absolutely.
So, I think it's really cool.
Great, thank you so much.